So they say read this book, buy new lingerie, arrange more date nights, get a new look, and these will solve your relationship problems. Yes, they do, but not for long. So how do you create a long-lasting love relationship? My name is Janita D'Souza and I'm the creatress of Exploring Femininity, which is a medicine for modern day busy women to overcome burnout and overwhelm by connecting with their feminine and sensual selves so that they can experience more pleasure, energy, and fulfillment in their everyday lives. So last month I celebrated 4th year of my wedding anniversary and a decade of being together with my beloved. Now for some of you this may not seem too long a time, but for me it was like forever. And I wanted to share some of my experience with you. Of course, like always, it was interesting in the beginning, and a few years down the lane we started hitting those bumps on our road, and there became a phase where I began to feel not heard and understood in his presence. There were moments where I really wanted to walk away. There were moments where I felt deep hurt and hopelessness. And I'm quite sure he felt the same too. But you know what? It's so beautiful to look back at those moments, and I remember them exactly because those were the moments when exploring femininity was actually birthing in me, through me, for me. And what I realized is it is good when systems break down because that is when you can implement change. And yes, over the years, we've had our shares of ups and downs in our relationship, and to be honest, that is life. This is the duality and the polarity of the life that we live. But both my beloved and me were committed to spiritual growth, and this led to something really beautiful. And if you're resonating with the pain that I'm mentioning, or if you're looking for ways to improve your love relationship, then I want to share with you my 4 stepping stones to create everlasting love. So the first stepping stone is individual growth. Often in relationship, we tend to become too needy and we start building up expectations which remain unmet. And to be honest, these are the signs of an void that is in us, an emptiness that is actually in us. And the sad thing is that we expect our partners to fill this void and emptiness in us without even having an idea of how we can fill this void for ourselves. And to make things even worse, many of us women lose our personal identity in the relationship in order to please our man. And to be honest, I was exactly this person. But I know now that this is not the way of the feminine. In order for your love relationship to grow, you will have to continuously invest time in your personal growth by finding out ways to enhance and improve your self-love, by discovering what your desires are, by connecting with your emotions and actually healing them. The second stepping stone is collective growth. It is also important that as couples, you ask about each other's desires and share it with each other and see how you can support each other in their desires. And especially as women, if you don't like your man going and playing golf and that's his desire, you are required to still support him in that. Because to be honest, men really need that support from us awakening women to really hold the space for them to grow as well. So for example, my husband loves to walk, and one of his desires is to walk from London to Scotland. and that's around like 500 kilometers, which I think is crazy, and I don't like the idea of joining him for sure. But I really support him in his desires. We talk about it, we talk about how we can plan it, and what I can do to support him. And in this way, he at least feels fulfilled, and he starts to open up more and more about discussing his desires with me. So in this way, you can do the same with him. So as long as you can talk about your desires, this is a sign of growth and everlasting bond. Now the third stepping stone is adorning your space. So where do you and your partner spend most of your time? Is it the living room or the bedroom? And how does that space make you feel like? And you both feel like. Most of the people consider a bedroom as the place to sleep, and that's true because we sleep in our bedroom. But on an average, we spend 1/3 of our lives in our bedroom, and yet so many people give such less importance to adorning our bedroom. So how does your bedroom look like? Do you and your partner both feel awakened and alive in your senses when you spend time in your bedroom? If not, then here is an opportunity for you to make a subtle change. Because a cluttered space is a reflection of a cluttered mind, and with a cluttered mind, you cannot de-stress, and any kind of stress is not good for the relationship. And the fourth stepping stone is communication, and this was one of the most challenging parts for me, and I'm still learning every single day. How the hell do we communicate our needs, our desires, our disagreement, and especially those habits in our partners that we don't like, without offending them? Yes, we need to be really careful in the words we choose to communicate with our partner. Especially avoid using the word never and always. Sounds familiar? We often forget that we all have emotional wounds from the past, and in intimate relationships, these get triggered really easily. And this may also happen to your partner. So we must be always open to accept and forgive our partners if this is what we are expecting from them. And using the word always and never usually escalate the problem. It is a kind of abuse because the other person has no other choice rather than feeling bad about the situation. Instead, we must learn how to communicate what we want, what we need, without complaining, but coming from a place of total open-heartedness. So I hope you found these 4 stepping stones to be useful. They have been massive in my growth, in my love relationship, from a sinking ship to a very cherished one. Remember, a long-lasting relationship don't just happen. They take time, they take patience, and they take intentions of 2 loved ones to continuously do the work of being together. So now I'd like to hear from you, which of these stepping stones really called for you, and which of these stepping stones would you start implementing right away to improve your existing love relationship? I would love to hear your comments, and if you like this video, give a like and share with your loved ones. Namaste.